Hello friends, welcome back. In this video, I will talk about how this WordPress decide what are the templates needs to be loaded based on the current request, right? So in the first video, I have talked about what are the templates, what are the template partial, template parts, how we can have create different headers and footers, what are the different types of template files are available based on the content type like single, home page, front page, the blog page, the single pages, then the archive pages, and we have also seen the template hierarchy, right? Different types of templates we can load based on the priorities. WordPress will decide what template files needs to load. So in this video, we will learn how internally this works and how on what basis WordPress decide which templates part needs to be loaded. Okay, so before that, I have installed a Query Monitor plugin. So if you go to the plugins, you can see the Query Monitor plugin. So Query Monitor plugins also provide you more information on to see what conditional tags has been set to through, what are the templates currently load for this page. Okay, so if you click here into the admin bar, you can see the is front page, is page, and is singular. These three conditional tags being set, these three conditional tags, the functions will return true for the current request, because first is front page because it's a front page, is a page because it's a page created into the WordPress, and it's singular because it's a page post type. So that's why three conditional tags has been set to true. Okay, and if you go here into the template part, so in the template you can see the theme, current theme, activated theme, the template file which is the front page.php. Okay, and this is the template hierarchy: front page.php, page front hyphen page.php, then page dash 701.php, because the front page, front hyphen page is the slug of the page, 701 is the id of the page, then page.php, then the singular.php, and then index.php. Okay, so this is the template hierarchy you can use for this page. Okay, and these are the template parts have been used in the page. Okay, and these are the body classes have been added. Okay, so body classes is also very important to add to the body tag. Okay, so that this body classes will be added to the body tag, and the developers can use to have write or add a custom css based on it. Okay, so and how we can add it? So if you go to the themes 2021, go to the header.php file, and here you can see the body class function has been added, called into the body tag, and this body class function will return or get all the body class and equal it. And into the get body class, you can see the based on the conditional tags, different classes has been constructed, and then it will be added, and it also provide a filter called body class. Okay, so this filter, and this filter you can use to add any other custom classes to the body based on the request, okay, based on the content types. So that is very helpful to know or useful to know. Okay, and if you go to the, for example, the blog page, so if you see here, currently is home conditional tag will be a return true for this page, and this is a template home.php, home.php, and index.php, the hierarchical. Okay, and this is the template parts has been loaded, and these are the body classes. If you go to the for example, template stick, it is a post. Okay, so you can see the single.php. Here you can see the is single, is singular, and is sticky will be set to true because this is a sticky post, that's why. Okay, and these are the template hierarchy you can have, like single post template sticky.php, then single post.php, then single.php, singular, and then index.php. Okay, so it will be a top to bottom. Okay, it will be prioritized. So WordPress will look for this template. If it not exist, then the single post. If it's not, then single.php. If it's not, then singular, and then finally it's the index.php is a fallback, final fallback. Okay, so this way you can also use a Query Monitor plugin to identify what are the conditional tags has been set to true, and what conditional tags you can use, what are the template file have been loaded for the current post. Okay, so if you go to the blog page and go to the hello world, where we have set the without comment.php, which is our custom page template which we have assigned. Okay, and it's stored into the post meta. So this is the template has been loaded. If this template do not found, then it will use single post and hello world.php, else it will to single post and singular and the index. Okay, so this way you can also have the hierarchy, and WordPress loads a custom template also if it's assigned to the post or page or any other custom post types. Okay, so let's see how the WordPress identify the content. Okay, or based on the content which template file has to be loaded. Okay, so let's understand that. So if you go to the index dot, so every WordPress request start from the index.php. Okay, so let me just open the index.php, and then it defined a constant called wp use themes, which will be set to true, means WordPress, it tells WordPress to load the WordPress theme. Okay, to display the content. Then it will add the wp block header.php, which will load the WordPress environment including the plugins, themes, and WordPress core files, and the template, which template and the logic about the template files. Okay, so if you go to the block header, here let me just close the index.php file. Okay, so now you can see here you wp load.php file required included, and this file will include settings uh, WordPress config.php file, wp config.php file. Wp config.php file will load the settings.php file and all the WordPress settings, including loading of the active plugins and active themes and other functionality will be done. And then this wp function which will set up the WordPress query. So in the rewrite api and the wp query videos, we have seen how this parse request has been done, how the WordPress set up that conditional tags information is single, is singular, is archive, which we have seen into the rewrite api video. Then on that base, on the current request based, the based on the parse request, it filter the query wheres. Based on the query wheres, WordPress wp query will construct the SQL query, then fetch the database data from the database and set what is the current page, whether it's a single, whether it's a home page, whether it's a blog page, whether it's an archive page, whether it's a single post page or single post of the custom post types and everything. Okay, so those process and internal works we have already seen into the rewrite api video and also in the wp query video. So I'm not going into that as of now. Okay, but and after that, WordPress will include this template loader.php file into the wp include folder to load the theme template. Okay, so let me just go to the wp includes folder and then go to the template loader file. This is a template loader. Okay, let me just close this file. Okay, so now this is the main file which will load your template, the logic about it. Okay, so let's go through one by one. So it will first call wp using themes, whether the WordPress using a themes or not. So it will filter, apply the filter wp using themes. Already wp use themes constant has been set to the index.php file, right? So it will just simply return what is the define and its value. And using this filter, you will decide whether theme needs to be load or not. Okay, so that using a themes, by default it will be always true. Okay, so and if it's true, then it will execute template redirect action fires before determining which template needs to be loaded. Okay, so on this hook you can use to redirect, to perform the redirection based on the request. Okay, so if you want to perform a redirection for from old url to new url or any other kind of things, you can perform on a template redirect. Okay, then if you go next, then it will check filters whether to allow head request to generate a content. Okay, so if there is a request to the url WordPress site, whether it's a home page or single page, and if it's require, if the request method is head. Okay, so which will, like, head method is only requesting the header of the header of that url in the response. Okay, so so if it's the head method, then it will exit, it won't be load the WordPress content. Okay, because it only asks for the header, not for the body content. Okay, so and this filter added by the WordPress exists on http head method. Okay, so this filter you can use, and by default it's provided true, return true. So it will, if no filter, no callback function assigned to this hook, then it will return the default value true and it will be exit. If you do not want to exit, then you can use this filter. Okay, Then here it provide there are some other checks will be done whether it's is robots or not. So if you go to the here go to the robots.txt file, right? So here you can see the content of the robot.txt file. Okay, so that will be loaded. So if the current request is robot.txt, then this tag will be set to true. Okay, and then it will perform the do action, and on this do action WordPress will render the content and everything. Okay, so that's why this has been done. So if you go here, for example, I'm modifying a WordPress core base, but later I will also undo the changes. But if you are doing it for testing purpose or for no for learning purpose, then make sure that you are removing the changes again, okay, from the WordPress core files. Okay, so I will simply use a global, I think global WP query. I hope I think globals. It's sorry, globals. Okay, die. So if you go here, okay, now you can see the query in the robots one, because based on the rewrite API, it will set the query where, and it said is robot one, where it's the is robot, yeah, is robot. Okay, so this property is robot property set to one, and the is robot function will check whether the WP query is robot will return true or not. Okay, so in the here find is robots function, it will return the boolean value of this. Okay, property in this property already set based on the query where. Okay, and it will perform, it will return a true. Okay, let me just copy paste because some it will need it. Okay, so and it's true, then it will perform the do action, and then on the do action WordPress will render the robot.txt content. Okay, and similarly if it's a favicon, favicon.ico I think request. Okay, so for that it will perform the do action. If it's a feed, um, in the rewrite API, we learn about a feed, right? So this do feed function will return the feed content. If it's a trackback, then it will include this wp trackback.php file and then simply return. Okay, so this content, this tags has been checking whether the current request is this request like robot.txt for favicon.ico, or is it a feed request or a trackback request. In that case, we don't have to like load the template files. Okay, if it's not, then it will simply again check WP using themes, because if the we have to use WordPress using themes, then only we will load the templates, else not. Okay, so this entire if block, it has been covered it here. Okay, so in that block, in this if block, you can see the tag templates array, where you can see these conditional tags is embed is 404, these are the functions. Okay, and if based on these conditional tags, they WordPress will have defined these functions: get embed template, get 404 template. For a page is page, there are gets page template. If it's single, then get single template. If it's a singular, then get singular template. If it's a category, then get category template. Okay, so WordPress will check, because at this point WordPress query will have the data from the database, already fetch the data from database, already have been set these conditional properties into the WP query class property, each single and everything, and based on that WordPress will identify which template WordPress has to be loaded, right? So let me just go here. Let me go to the like front here. Okay, so this is the front page. Okay, see, if I simply here, or let me just here leave a print here, you can see the querywares, and it's a home page, so no querywares will be there. Page id has been there because we have set that front page from the WordPress admin, so from the WordPress settings, reading settings. Okay, and if I go here, you can see the is page has been set to true, then is singular set to true, and it will be the front page. Okay, so based on that WordPress will identify, and here it will use this is front page. So not this function is not been there, so I think um, this page will be used. Get page template is page will be used. Okay, so okay, so now each page will be used. So here in the for each loop tag, it will loop through the tag templates. It will get a tag, then template getter. It will call the function, and if it's return true, then it will call the template getter function. So in the case of the each page, it will get page template. Okay, so let me just grab the get page template here, because get page template return the template. Okay, which template have to load. Okay, so let me just go to the function and the get page template. Okay, so here is the it's a templates here get page template. Okay, so into the wp includes template.php file get page template function defined. Okay, so it will get the query object id, which is which will return this id a post. Okay, and it will get the page template slug if is there any. So we have seen that in hello world this meta key has been set, right? So WordPress will check what is the template assigned to that page. If that template is assigned, then WordPress will check whether the template has been exist or not into the into WordPress, else into the theme, else it will fall back to the other template based on the hierarchy. Okay, and it will check the get query page name if it's set. Okay, and then it will get a post name. Then it will validate the file. So this is the function of the WordPress, validate the file. Then it will construct the templates, what are the templates needs to be loaded. Okay, so if this template has to be there, then first in the array of the templates, first item will be the custom page template if it's set. Okay, else it will be a page, then a page name decoded.php file, which is our slug name, the page slug. Okay, and then the page name, I think this is for the url decoded. If it's not equal, then the page name, then the page id, and then the page.php. Okay, so these are the way all the templates. So let me just print here the dollar templates. Okay, if we go here and return, so it will return page front page.php, then page hyphen 70, and then page.php. Okay, so these three templates will be there. So WordPress will check fit first, then second, and the third. Okay, and in this sequential manner, top to bottom, it will check what are the templates has been there. Okay, so let me just go okay, and once this template hierarchy constructed by the WordPress will call this function get query template, and it pass the page and the templates. Because this type, what is the type of the template? It is a page type template. Okay, and the list of the templates provided. And if the templates array is empty, then it based on the type it will be a page.php, right? But it's already exists, so this condition won't be execute. And then this get query template will be called by all the functions defined at here getter templates. All these functions behind construct all the templates based on the hierarchy, and then all of this function will call this get query template. And that's why you can see the filter here, 404 template hierarchy, archive template hierarchy. So if you want to change the order, then you can do using this page underscore template underscore hierarchy. If it's a taxonomy, then taxonomy underscore template underscore hierarchy. So based on the template types, you can these filters will be applied. Okay, and you can change that order of that. Okay, so currently this is the order. So if you want to change this order, then you can do like you if you want to prioritize page that 701.php, then you have to move it or you have to remove it if you want to remove. Okay, so using this filter you can do. Then it will call this function locate templates. So locate template function will check what are the templates, given templates will exist in the WordPress theme or not. Okay, so let's go to the locate template, and this locate template will have template names whether they have to load or not. So it will be false, means it will simply return the path. If the load parameter has been set to true, then it will include the file itself in this function. Okay, then require once, whether to require once or require has no effect if load is false. So whether you want to use require once or the require statement. Okay, so you can define. So by default it's a true. and then what and some additional arguments if you want to pass. Okay, and then it will check here if the it will go through the for each loop. Okay, so that's why it's a top to bottom priority. So it will first check whether this page front page.php exists or not. So it will check into the style sheet part. Currently our main theme, our 2021 theme is activate, so itself is the active theme. So it will first check whether the template is exists in the active theme or not. So this style sheet part will be the part of that our theme 2021 theme, and slash template name, because all the templates will be at the root folder of the theme. Okay, and it will check if the file is exist, then it will be located and the break. Okay, else it will check into the template part. So if the active theme do not have that, then it will look for a template part. So in the template part, if the current theme is activated, and if it's itself is a parent theme, there is no child theme, the then style sheet part and template part will be the same. But if the we have child theme which is activated, then in that case child theme will be our style sheet path, and a template part will point it to our parent theme. Okay, so during the child theme video we will learn about more. Okay, so it will check the template part, and it will see whether it's located or not. And then WordPress will have some theme compatibility. So in the wp include folder theme compatibility, it will check whether the that WordPress have that backward compatibility templates or not. And if it exists, then WordPress will use that. Else, it will simply return the false, like return the string, the template file name if one is located. Okay, and if it's not, then it will simply return the empty string, means template has not been found. Okay, so WordPress content won't be loaded. And if it's found, and if it's load parameter set to true, and if it's located is not empty, then it will simply load the template. Else, it will return the part. And once it's returned the part, then let me go through the locate template, and then it will also locate the block template. So if the block template found, then the WordPress will prioritize the block template instead of the fallback to the PHP template. Okay, so that's about the block themes. So in the WordPress we can have a hybrid theme, classic plus the block theme. But in that hybrid theme, block theme templates will have a higher priority than the PHP template. Okay, but currently we don't have that. 2021 theme is not a block theme, so I'm skipping it right now. Okay, and once the template found, then it will filter this type underscore template. So and type will be anything, page template, page template, search template, single template. So you can also use this filter to modify the template based on the types and match the templates. Okay, so these arguments will pass to this template and it will return. Okay, and once it get query template return, then um so now get query where, sorry, I am doing some. Okay, let me just go back again. Okay, so now get page template function call, and then it called the get query template, and it will simply return, and it will return it here, this template file. And if it exists, so if the template is not exist, then it will get the index template by default. And since index.php is the main most required template, it's a minimum requirement for to create a theme, right? So index.php template will be always exist. So all the other templates are not available for that content type, then WordPress will use the index template. Okay, so this get index template simply used get query template index, and it will simply check whether the index.php file exists or not. If it's not, then it will simply return empty. And if template is here, also you can apply the filter template include. Okay, so this template include also you can filter you can use to change to change the template based on the request, or based on the like implementation approach, or based on the requirements. And if template is exist, then it will simply include. And else, if the current user can switch the themes, then it will simply checking whether the current user can switch the themes or not. But this is not related to loading of the templates. So at this point our template found and loaded and simply return, right? So and that template loaded, for example here in our case front page.php will be loaded or page.php will be loaded. So if you go to the WP content themes 2021 page.php found this one, so it will simply load this page, else front page.php will be loaded, and based on the types it will be decided. Okay, so I have given example of the page.php template. Okay, thanks for watching, see you on the next one. Jai WordPress.